Hello dear students. In today's class, we will see the area of some plane figures. Last day, we were dealing with the perimeter of the plane figures. Today, we will go through the areas of plane figures such as square, rectangle, triangle and circle. Already I have written the formulas here. You have to write it down in your notebooks. Okay, explanation and all no need, but you have to study it by heart, these formulas. We already studied the area of rectangle, that is length into breadth. Here L is for length and B is for breadth. So area of a rectangle is equal to length multiplied by breadth. Now from this area you can find length and breadth. That is what is given here. Length is equal to area by breadth. If area and breadth is given, you can find the length. That is length is equal to area by breadth. If area and length is given, you can find the breadth here. That is breadth is equal to area by length. When two opposite vertex is joined by a line, we'll get a diagonal. So there will be two diagonals for a rectangle and also for a square. Okay. How to find the diagonal? Square root of the sum of the squares of the length and breadth. I hope it is clear. Diagonal is equal to square root of L square plus B square. Now in the case of square, area is equal to side square, that you know, S square or A square you have studied, that is twice the side is multiplied. So side square, and if side is given, how to find the area of a square? Side is equal to square root of the area. Then now here also diagonal case is there, you can find the diagonal. So diagonal is equal to side root 2. Sometimes the value of root 2 will be given to you, so you can write that and multiply it and write, or simply you just put that root 2 there. So side multiplied by root 2, it's okay. Now area, if diagonal is given, how you will find the area is equal to half of the square of the diagonal. Now we'll go for triangle. So area is equal to half base into height. Here B is the base and H is the height of the triangle. Then area is equal to half BH. This you already studied last year. Now the new one what you are studying is area if three sides are given. Triangles, three sides are given. How to find the area? That is equal to S square root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Here S is the semi-perimeter. Perimeter we know when we are adding all the three sides, you will get the perimeter. Here S is calculated as a semi-perimeter, that is half of the perimeter of the triangle. So S is equal to A plus B plus C by 2, where A, B and C are the sides of the triangle. Now here S minus A is there, S minus B and S minus C, you can calculate it and find and multiply all these things together and find the square root of it. Okay. Then comes isosceles triangles area. Isosceles triangle, if B is the base length of the isosceles triangle and A is the equal sides. We know that two sides will be equal for an isosceles triangle. If A is the length of the equal side, then area of the isosceles triangle is equal to 1 by 4 multiplied by B multiplied by square root of 4A square minus B square. Okay. Now comes area of an equilateral triangle. For area of the equilateral triangle, we know that all the three sides will be equal. So area of the equilateral triangle is equal to square root of 3 by 4 multiplied by square of the side. If one side you know for the equilateral triangle, we can find this area, that is root 3 by 4 multiplied by side square. These are the formulas to find areas of different triangles. Then comes circle. Circle, perimeter we studied. Perimeter of a circle means that is the circumference of the circle. We studied it as 2 pi r, where r is the radius and pi is having the value either 3.14 or 22 by 7 or 1 by 7. Here pi's value is constant itself. Area is equal to pi r square, where r is the radius and pi is having that same constant values, that is either 3.14 or 22 by 7 or 1 by 7. I hope these formulas are clear to you. Exercise 20b. First question is very simple. That is, find the area of a rectangle whose length and breadth are 25 centimeters and 16 centimeters. That you can do by yourself as homework. Okay, when I'll give you this as homework. Just you already know what is the area of a rectangle. It is length into breadth. So you just have to multiply this and write it. Please be careful about the units. Units should be same when calculations are done. Okay. And here we will go for the second question. That is, the diagonal of a rectangular board is 1 meter and its length is 96 centimeters. Find the area of the board. See here. I have drawn the picture here of a board. So it is given as a board, right? So its board is having a length of 96 centimeters and breadth is not given to us. Only the, what is given here? Only the diagonal is given as 1 meter. Here it is given in centimeters and the diagonal is given in meter. So you have to convert it into same units. Either you have to convert meter into centimeters or centimeters into meters. Is it clear? So here diagonal is given and one of the length is given. You have to find the breadth. We already studied how to find diagonal is equal to square root of length square plus breadth square. Length is equal to 96 centimeters. Diagonal, instead of full I am just writing it as DI. I am just writing it as DIA, diagonal. Okay, and I am putting a dot. You just write fully. So diagonal is equal to 1 meters. Here, either you have to convert this 96 centimeters into meters, or you have to convert this 1 meter into centimeters. I think it is better to convert 1 meter into centimeters. How you will convert this 1 meter into centimeters? Multiply it with 100. So here this is equal to 1 into 100 centimeters. So you got it as 100 centimeters. Diagonal is equal to square root of L square plus B square. To remove the square root, you have to square, because B is what you have to find. So you have to remove the square root, then only we'll get B separately. So diagonal square is equal to L square plus B square. B square is equal to diagonal square minus L square. Now diagonal is 100 centimeter square minus L is 96 centimeter square. 100 square means it is 10,000. Okay. Now minus 96 square, 9216. 96 square is 9216. When you subtract, what you will get is 784. Okay. You will get it as 784. Now what is B? B square is 784. What is B? Square root of 784. It is centimeters. Okay. Centimeter square. So we will get the answer as 28 centimeters. I didn't do any calculations here in the working column, but you should do it in a working column. Otherwise, for exam, you will be sitting simply. You won't be able to complete doing it. All these things, multiplying 96 twice, 96 into 96 you have to do, and then subtraction you have to do and find the square root. I know you know how to find the square root also. Factorize it and from the pairs, one each you have to take it out. So you will get here as 28 centimeters. And now what they asked us is to find the area of this board. It is not the breadth that they have asked us. They asked us to find the area. For finding the area only we found this breadth, because area is equal to length into breadth. So I'll do it here. Area is equal to length into breadth. That is equal to 96 centimeters into 28 centimeters. Okay, so what is 96 into 28? You get it as 2688 centimeters square. So area is equal to what? 2688 centimeters square. Is that clear? Fourth question. A floor is 40 meters long and 15 meters broad. It is covered with tiles each measuring 60 centimeters by 50 centimeters. Find the number of tiles required to cover the floor. So we have to find the number of tiles required to cover the floor. Here the length of the room is given, that is the floor of the room is given, breadth also is given, and the tiles length and breadth is also given. So first what you have to find? You have to find the area of the floor and also area of the tile, one tile. Okay, then only you can find number of tiles needed. So here I have written that length is equal to 40 centimeters and breadth is equal to 15 meters, that is of the floor. Okay, so area is equal to length into breadth, that is equal to 40 meters into 15 meters. What will be that? It is 600 meter square. Okay, so the area of the floor is 600 meters square. Now next is about the tiles. We have to paste tiles there. We have to lay down the tiles there. Here one tile's length and breadth is given, that is in centimeters. Here we got it as meters and here it is given as centimeters. So better here we will convert that into meters. So how we will convert this into meters? That is 60 by 100. That is equal to 0.6 meters. And here breadth is equal to 50 by 100, 0.5 meters. Understood that? So we converted that into meters. Now what we have to do? We have to find the area of one tile. So area of the tile is equal to length into breadth, that is equal to 0.6 into 0.5, 0.30 meters square. Now how can we find the number of tiles required there? That is area of the floor divided by area of the tile. So number of tiles required is equal to area of the floor divided by area of a tile. That is equal to 600 meters square divided by 0.30 meters square. When you divide it, you will get the answer as 2000 tiles. Did you understand how to do this? Once again I will repeat it. Area of the floor you have to find and area of the tile you have to find the number of tiles used on the floor required to lay down on the floor. Okay, so here it is given in centimeters, so we converted that into meters. Here the answer we found it in meters, that is why. Otherwise you can do a thing, you can convert this into centimeters and find the area in centimeters, so that no need to change there. Any one you have to change, that is wherever your calculations are you are doing, you have to make it into same units. Either here you can change it and do it, or there you can change. I have done it in the centimeters case. Okay, and then what about that number of tiles required? Number of tiles required is equal to area of the floor by area of the tile. Okay, and then we got it as 2000 tiles. Clear? Sixth problem. Find the area of the square whose perimeter is 56 centimeters. Perimeter of the square is given and you are asked to find the area of the square. So if perimeter is given, what you can do it from there, you can find the side, isn't it? 4 into side is equal to perimeter. From that you can find the side, and if you are getting the side, you can find the area also. That is homework for you. Okay, sixth one. And fifth question, it is in the ratio form, and seventh question also you no need to study. And then we will go to the eighth question. Here some subdivisions are there. One I will show you, and one more is there. First one and fifth one I will. Fifth one I will just explain to you how to do. First one we will do it here in the class. Eighth question, first subdivision. I'll read the eighth question. Okay. For each figure given below, find the area of the shaded region. You have done such problems last year. Find for each figure given there, you have to find the area of the shaded portion. And here measurements are given in centimeters. That also is given there. It's a measurement. Here in the figure that units are not given, but in the question it's given that its measurement is in centimeters. Here is the first question. Now this is the shaded portion. Okay, this is the shaded portion and two rectangles are there, one inside the other. So here, how you can find this shaded portion? When you subtract the area of this small rectangle from the area of the bigger rectangle, you can get this area of the shaded portion, right? So we will do like this way. With this one, we will just write L1 is equal to 20 centimeters, B1 is equal to 16 centimeters. That is given there. Okay, L1 and B1 I have taken for the bigger rectangle. Now, L2 is of the smaller rectangle, that is 15 centimeters, and B2 is the breadth of the smaller rectangle, that is 10 centimeters. Now, what do you have to find? We have to find the area of the bigger rectangle. Area of bigger rectangle is equal to L1 into B1, that is 20 centimeters into 16 centimeters. You will get the answer as 320 centimeters square. Now you have to find the area of the smaller rectangle, that is equal to L2 into B2, that is 15 centimeters into 10 centimeters, that is 150 centimeter square. Now, what about the area of the shaded portion? Area of the shaded portion is equal to area of the bigger rectangle minus area of the smaller rectangle, that is 320 centimeters square minus 150 centimeters square, that is equal to 170 centimeters square. Now the fifth question, I am not going to do it on the board, you have to do it, but I will explain how to do it. Okay, here one figure is given, this whole figure is shaded. In your textbook, in this question, this whole figure is shaded one. You have to find the area of this figure. How you can find this area of the figure? You have to cut this figure into rectangles. Okay, rectangles or squares, whatever, you have to cut it into rectangles. That is just in this area you can just cut like this way. See this? And then either you can cut it like this or you can cut. I am going to cut it in this way. I hope it is clear to you. Did you see this? I have cut it here and then I have cut it here. So you got how many rectangles here? This is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. 3 rectangles you will get. Then you find the measure of this is 20. So this also will be 20 itself, right? And then this is 2 centimeters. So you can find the area of this first triangle with 20 into 2. Now this triangle, this is the smallest one here. Here, what will be the length of this triangle? Here, 20 minus 18 is 2. This will be 2 centimeters. What about this length? This length is given as 8 centimeters. So 2 into 8. That's the area of the second rectangle. Now area of the third rectangle. Here, this is given as 12. We know this is 2 centimeters. So what about this total length? It will be 14 centimeters. And this length also you know it is 2. So 14 multiplied by 2. So 3 rectangles area you will get and then you have to add all the 3 together. So you can find the area of these 3 rectangles 1, 2 and 3 as I told earlier. Add the areas of all the 3 rectangles. You will get the sum of the shaded portions. Okay, it's clear. Now we will do a question which is not there in your exercise. The question is, the length of the diagonal of a square is 12 root 2 centimeters. Find its area. What is given here? Only the diagonal is given and you are asked to find the area of the square. Okay, so diagonal is given means you know what is a diagonal. So I am just drawing a figure to show you the diagonal. So this is 12 root 2 centimeters. This is the side, isn't it? This is the side, but here the diagonal is given as 12 root 2 centimeters. We are asked to find the area of the square. Without knowing the side, it's very difficult for us to find the area, right? But here it is only given diagonal. So diagonal is given as 12 root 2 centimeters. What we have found in this class itself, earlier in the class when we wrote some formulas, we wrote that for a square, diagonal is equal to side into root 2. That is, this is equal to what? Side into root 2. That is 12 root 2. Diagonal's formula is side into root 2. That means side into root 2 is equal to 12 root 2 centimeters. Now from this you can find the side. Side is equal to 12 root 2 by root 2. These two root 2's will be cancelling. So you are getting it as 12 centimeters. So side we got it as 12 centimeters. Now you can find the area easily. Area is equal to side into side, or you can write side square. So that is equal to 12 centimeters into 12 centimeters, that is 144 centimeters. Is it clear? So in this class what we studied is, we studied some of the formulas, that is of square, finding the area of rectangle, square, triangles and then circles. And we did some problems in squares and rectangles. Okay. So daily you do the homeworks what I am giving you and study well. Okay. So thank you. Stay safe.